Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti all over the bus. The gun is back and ready to attack. And in that fashion, what fashion? A menudo style and a direct fashion. You already know what time it is. Prison Snitches. As you can tell by the thumbnail right there, they're trying to eat, vato. Give them some queso and tell them, vámonos a la verga, because that's all they got coming. Or I'm a dick ride to the dick strike 6ix9ine and all those babosos. But let's talk about it, you know what I mean? So trip out. Prison Snitches. It's a lot different from people that tell on the calles. You know, there's people that get caught up, and I can't identify with these motherfuckers. They get caught up, and for no other reason, they feel like, you know, sabes que, it's in my benefit, or it's beneficial to me and my safety and security and what I got going on. To sabes que, he did it, right? This is how they get down. And at the end of the day, I don't knock the next man for what he does. See, we're taught as youngsters, don't tell, don't snitch, don't rat, don't tell on your brother, so gets his Nintendo too. All this different type of shit, right? And so you get it gets instilled and indoctrinated in your mind where you're like, Sasuke, fuck that. When I grow up, I ain't never going to tell on nobody. You know what I mean? You're facing life. He did it, right? Motherfuckers will tell quick. And hey, who are you to judge the next man? You don't know because you've never been put in that situation. And there are those that have been put in that situation. And they sat their ass down and they just did their tiempo. It is what it is. But at the same time, that's what time it is. You know, you do what you got to do. Now, trip out. In a menudo style in direct fashion, as you can tell by that thumbnail, we're talking about prison snitches, which is a lot different from people that tell on the calles, okay? We're talking about people that are incarcerated already. It's that guy, right? And they do it in several forms and fashion. You know, they'll write kites. They'll fucking get out the placa. When the placa walks by for count, they'll be right there in the window. Hey, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you. You know what I mean? The placa's like, what do you gotta talk to me about? Don't say it loud. Also, my fucking son is right there. He's taking a cagada. Hey, trip out. Fucking, they got pedazos next door. I think they're gonna use them. Whatever they say and whatever the reasoning behind it, that's on them. But I've been told on plenty of times by prison snitches, you know, you catch a pegada, you catch a fucking case, whatever the case may be, and a vato decides that he's going to tell on you. And most of the time it happens for no other reason than they just do it. They just want to do it. There's not no fucking rhyme or reason behind it. There's nothing that fucking says in the fucking, in the Bible, fucking, I shall tell, right? Nah, Charlie, man. They just decide to do it just to do it. You know, I don't know what is instilled in these guys. I don't know what makes up these prison snitches, but they're rampant and they're becoming even more and more to date. There's a lot more of them, right? You're starting to hear about it more. Back in the days, you know, the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, prison snitching wasn't adhered to. It still isn't adhered to. It's never going to be cool, right? But it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. Nowadays, vatos do it and get away with it. Look at the baboso on the fucking thumbnail. Okay, let's take him for an instance. And his is a little bit different because, see, he thought he was part of a gang. He was joining a group organization. And, you know, they brought him into the fold. Bam, they started making music. They started coming up. So I was good. What happens? He thought he was a Treyway, right? He thought he was a sangre. He thought he was this. He thought he was that. But at the end of the day, he thought he was what we knew he already was, a raton, right? A rata. And he gave up everybody. And of course, he justified it. Well, they were sleeping with my lady. And it's because she gave a mamon to Treyway. And then she did. Nah, bro. At the end of the day, fuck all that. You did what you felt you had to do so that way you can get out and you can fucking make fucking videos pouring milk on your fucking tongue. Okay? This is what you did. Hey, am I going to sit here and say, hey, this man is bad, this man is no good? I could care less. Either way, I'm never going to meet him. I'm never going to associate with him. And if I ever do meet him, I'm walking the other way because he already told once, okay, you're going to tell on me. I'm going to do it pushing this way because I don't want no problems with it. But this is what happens. Okay, people think that it's cool. And there's nothing cool about it. There's nothing cool sitting your ass down for 25, 30 years. And there's nothing cool about telling you when the next man sits down for 25, 30 years. It's just not cool either way. But it happens, man. You know, prison snitching is very prevalent nowadays. It just fucking happens. You know, it's been happening. But let me tell you a little story about prison snitching. So I get caught up, right? I actually do a pegada. I'm in a county jail. And I do a lightweight removal. Not really a removal. I took it upon myself to run up on a guy in a holding cell that I knew he was out of bounds. He shouldn't have been there. He should have been posted up. And he hit me. He actually hit me up. He said, hey, where you from? I said, you already know what the business is. Now, this is back in the days when I was still active. I still was into that northern fashion. I still was a norteño. I was with the cause. I was with the activities, right? And so he hits me up, and I knew he was from Southern California. I already knew what it was. And I said, man, this is Norte. Why? What's up? And he was like, hey, I think you're in the wrong holding tank. I said, nah, I think you're in the wrong holding tank, Holmes. This is Merced County Jail. So I was, okay, You're not even supposed to be here, Holmes. You're from Atwater, right? Of course, it's all Merced County. He was supposed to be there just like I was supposed to be there. Hey, wasn't nothing to it but to do it. So, of course, I could see him fraternizing with a couple of Pisces, trying to gain some momentum, trying to gain some manpower in there. So I felt that if for no other reason, I should get off first. I didn't have no homeboys in there. Usually we're deep, but at this particular day, we weren't. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to get mines, man. I'm going to get off where I'm at before the Vato gains a little bit of manpower, and they jump me, right? So, of course, I slid on up them like a motherfucking cobra, right? Sass! I hit him like Jake the Snake. Sass! I struck him, got off a few times, right? I'm thinking it's cool. It's all business, nothing personal. I did what I thought I had to do, man, to maintain my motherfucking social status of equality. Basically, man, in order to be a norteño and to be rocking and riding and rolling, you know what I mean? I had to handle my business. That's just what it was. He should have got off immediately when I identified me. And quietly as it kept, I should have got off immediately when I identified him. But I was trying to play my cards just right. I was trying to play the joker when I should have played the ace. Anyways, bam, I get off. So I do what I have to do. They move me to a single man cell, which is down the hall. Okay? They pull me out. They pulled me out. Hey, what's up? Why'd you do that for? Why you hit him, right? Hit who? You hit that guy. I seen you. It's on camera. Wasn't me, right? But we seen you on the counter. Wasn't me. And we seen you by the shower. Wasn't me. You hit him for about an hour. Wasn't me, right? I did the shaggy on him. It wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. Throw me back in my cell. It's so scared. Can I get an extra dessert, right? Throw me in my shit. Give me my sack lunch. It is what it is, man. We're going to move on to the block later on. Of course, they pull him out, and of course, I'm being metiche. I got my ear to the motherfucking, where they bump baking soda breath right there through the crack of the door. I got my ear right there. I'm trying to listen to see what this motherfucker's talking about. And he's like, well, it was at that exact moment that he came in there and he said, where you from? And I just thought I live in Atwater. I just thought I was from... Okay, he started telling and I said, damn, Holmes, you ain't no Sereno. You ain't no Southsider, because real ones don't get down like that, right? You're a fake, a fraud, and frivolous. You know what I mean? You're a fugazi, motherfucking in that fashion. Of course, he told him everything. I get my 115 on my write-up at that time, and it wasn't pretty, right? They actually added a case onto my file. So now I'm looking at a fucking assault, which was a fucking misdemeanor at that time, man. It was nothing really major. It fell into the fold. And of course, the fucking charges I was in there for booking a deal at that time was way more major than this little fucking case. And that was that. But prison snitches, yeah, they can make time worse for you, and they do it for no other reason. He should have said, but we seen you getting your ass whipped. It wasn't me. But Gunner had you in the headlock. Wasn't me. Then he hit you with the uppercut. Wasn't me, right? He should have did that. Even though his tooth said it was, he could have said it wasn't. And it would have been all good. But that's just one of the cases, man, where prison snitching, you didn't have to be done, but it gets done anyways. Okay, so let me tell you another one. So I'm on the yarda, right? We're on night yard. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm on a 50-50 yard. It's night yard, man. I'm not fucking, this is a non-functioning norteño yard, meaning the norteños are non-active. Everyone else is. We're still doing our thing, though. We still do counts. We still got our little thing going on, man. We're just not under the dictation of any big group, right? And this is how I was rocking, man. Hey, you're mad, you're mad. I don't give a fuck. Just the what it was, right? Quietly as it's kept. And in Menudo style, I'm kicking it. Okay? Now, my brother, for anyone that knows my brother's story, my brother's been sitting down now for 21, 22 years. He has 27 years. So he has a few years left to go, man, for a home invasion robbery. I told the story on my last channel. My brother is sitting down. He's been doing it for 20 plus years. Okay? Now, I kind of knew the story and I kind of knew his crime partners, but I had never met him face to face like that. So I didn't really know what was up. So I remember we were having night yard on this particular yard, and me, a homeboy from EPA, the homeboy Rico, and a homeboy from fucking Salas were mobbing. The one from Salas is my boy JJ, my taita, right? We're on that yard, fucking getting our mobilization on, right? And the homeboy from EPA comes walking up with this fucking Africano. Now, this is my brother's crime partner, but at this time, I didn't know what was up. Now, me having read my brother's whole discovery and already him being locked up for several years, active and functioning, doing his thing, I already knew that his crime partners had said way too much, right? They had told on him. And so I didn't know who this vato was, so we're kicking back, and my homeboy's like, hey, I'm going to run in the block and go get a Leño from one of the homies. Do your thing, man. So now I find myself, me, and it's the homeboy from EPA and the homeboy from Salas. They ran up in a fucking building, in the 4 building, to go get a Leño. And I'm kicking back with this Africano dude. Obviously, I think he's cool because he's with the homeboy, so I start to hit him up, just getting at him, chopping it up. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's up, bro? Where are you from? He said, I'm from Modesto. I said, that's right, bro. My brother's from Modesto. You know what I mean? Nico from Modesto. And he was like, and I could tell he's like starting to stutter a little bit. I said, yeah, he's been down since 2001, bro. He got caught up on a big case out there, man. Laid some people down, shot a few people with shit. He was like, yeah, I fell out of Merced County, right? Meaning that he got locked up out of Merced County. That's where he caught his initial case from, right? And now it's starting to click. Slowly but surely it's starting to click. So I'm like, is that right? I'm like, so also you had to be with my brother, bro. You had to run into him. He's like, yeah, hey, that's my crime partner. As soon as he said that, bro, the homeboys are starting to walk out the building. I hit one of these. Smooth, like, sass. I was on him. Bing, I was getting my issue on. Oh, I fall in and I can't get up. He's on the ground. Boom. The homeboy comes running up and starts bombing on him. The homeboy JJ, the homeboy Rico just does it, pushing on the track. He don't want no part of that. We're on him. Of course, yard down, my homeboy stays on him. My homeboy's a little lifer, man. He's with the business, a little Semster, man. Sam don't give a damn. He's just with the business. He stays on him. Of course, I go yard down. Boom. They come. They're looking for pieces, man. As I'm getting up, getting handcuffed, they're handcuffing everybody in the vicinity, checking our hands, doing what they do. They take us into the infirmary, man, which is the fucking, basically the hospital, because they got to stitch your boy up. And they're checking us for scars and blood and whatever we have on us. And the Walter's walking by like, he did it. It was that one right there because my brother, my crime partner. He was already telling before they even fucking asked, right? It was already a wrap. Of course, I stuck to my fucking cuetes like I do the 4 or 5 pieces. It wasn't me. But we seen you with the pedazo. Wasn't me. It was sharp. It was a razor. It wasn't me, man. Stop it already. They end up letting me go. The homeboy rode the beat for me, and it was all good in the hood, man. I will highly appreciate young JJ, man, the Salas, for the rest of my life, man. He was like, fucking, Hans, put some envelopes in my property. You already know what it is. Of course, I threw a little stack in there, a couple hot wonders, and bam, he did a push into the shoe. But that's just part of the game in prison snitching. This happens all the time, you know. Now, let me tell you one more story, because this is going to blow your mente, right? This one's actual and factual, too. So, Vato gets there. Lil Vato gets to where Jim living. We're on the 3-yard where Jim living. We're kicking back. We're in Jamestown, right? And it's all good in the hood. I got it going on right there, man. Got a few homeboys from my neighborhood. Everything is good. I'm like, man, I'm trying to stay right here. When you get to a pinta, a prison, man, and everything is lovely, you don't want to go far, man. You're getting visitas. I'm close to Merced. Jamestown ain't too far. It's headquarters, basically, for Merced. We got a lot of homeboys from Merced there. Not necessarily from my barrio. There was a couple of us, but more just the Merced County, man. It's going on. It's going down, right? So we're kicking back, relaxing. And anyways, this Vato gets there, right? And when I say it was going down, I'm not going to say exactly how it was going down. Let's just say that there was a placa at that time. You know, he ended up leaving and going to a different place. At that time was bringing a little extra here, a little extra there, right? A little few things. So it was going down. It was pretty good. Everything was good in the hood. And there was only a few people that this placa was messing with at that particular time. He wasn't trying to fuck with everyone because guess what? There's a lot of people that talk, a lot of people that drop kites, a lot of things. So we're having phones, we're having our little thing going on. And of course, this Vato gets there, he's from Salas, and his claim to fame was his Theo was a big homie, was a carnal, right? So he said. And quietly as it kept, come to find out that it was, right? But still, that didn't put him in any position to fucking tell on everyone. He chose to do what he chose to do because he wanted to do that, right? But everyone else is kicking back. And so he gets there, and I already tell the homeboy Chino, this Sakura, hey, this fool's gonna be a problem, bro. He's all in our business. And he's all in the flavor, doesn't even know the Kool-Aid. He's just an added preservative, man. He needs to beat feet, kick rocks quickly, immediately. So he's over there on the outside looking in. Yay, kicking back, doing his thing. And he hits me up one day. He's like, hey, Gun, can I use your phone? I said, I ain't got no phone, bro. What are you talking about? They're right there, homes. You know what I mean? You got to put fucking ferry on, and this is how you do it. I can lace you up if you're a first-termer, but you know what I mean? He's like, nah, I seen you on the phone the other day. And I said, nah, you didn't see me on nothing, homes. And even if you did, bro, you know what I mean? Put your blinders on. Put your blue suede blockers on, because you ain't seen shit. And he was like, oh, man, do I have to pay? Come on, what's cracking? I'm a homie. And I said, nah, ain't no homies here, bro. You know, I'm from Merced. The homeboy's from Sakura. The homeboy right there's from Modesto. But as far as like that North stuff and all that, yeah, homies, we got love, but you're not our homeboy like that, bro. I don't even know you. You know, I just met you over a fucking cold bowl of soup that didn't even taste too good. And in fact, that shit was stale. I'm good, bro. Anyways, the Vato fucking says, okay, you want to play me? Now you gonna learn, right? But little did I know that he was going to go this route. I thought he maybe would feel some type of way, want to get off in the shower area or something, and I have to fucking beat fucking feet on him, maybe hit him in the fucking head with the print. I don't know, but at this particular time, this is how he was feeling about the whole situation. I call it the snitchuation because this is what went down. So we're getting ready to go to chow. So everyone's getting ready. It's hamburger night. I thought we're having hamburgers that night. We're feeling good. We're going to bring our fucking hamburgers back. We're going to fucking make us a cheeseburger mac. As soon as we get back, we're going to cut up the fucking cheeseburgers, slap them in a sopa, put a little queso, boom, bang, bang, beep, beep, boop, boop. It's going down and in that fashion, right? So me and the homeboy Chino, we're going to get in linea to go. They're going to release Jim for chow. And the placa is actually working there. He says, hey, you, stay back. I'm like, what do we do now, right? Fuck. But of course, this was the connect at that time, so we're not really tripping, man. Maybe he has a little business to talk to us about. So as soon as we get there, he's like, hey, here, read this. So I read it, bro, and it's a wheelie. It's a kite. It's a prison kite, right? And it says, hey, there's a cop in this gym that's bringing phones and this and that and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, et cetera, right? The fucking vato had told Holmes and handed it to the fucking same placa that was doing all this shit, right? E pobre C, right? So he was like, hey, look, handle your business. As soon as this motherfucker comes back from chow, because he was already at chow, they had released the gym, right? I don't give a fuck how it gets done. Get this motherfucker out of here immediately or everything is cut off, right? Of course, there's a couple fucking Southsiders that are there. That's their connect too. They're looking at us like, hey, it's your guys' guy, right? I'm like, fuck, bro. And this fucking deal's supposed to be somebody, right? Don't trip. So, of course, we got a couple of homies. We could have handled it ourselves. No doubt about it. And we should have handled it ourselves. But there's a couple of homies that are like, hey, bro, fucking, we'll take one for the team. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. Orale, right? So this motherfucker came back and quietly as it's kept, whistle while they work. We represent the lollipop kids. They fucking suckered his ass and lollipopped him all the way across that room. That motherfucker touched every bunk. At least his head did, right? And in that fashion. Why? Because he was a prison snitch. Because he decided that he was in prison and he was going to continue his dirty fucking tactics. His dirty ways. That vato was going to tell. It didn't matter where he was, what predicament he was in. He was going to tell. He felt bad because we wouldn't let him use the phone. So instead of feeling some type of way and hitting a motherfucker up on some G shit, some gangster shit, hey, homie, I'm going to use that phone, right? No, you ain't, bitch. Okay, then I ain't, right? At least getting at us some type of way, we could have fucking recognized that and respected that. But no, he went right behind our backs and just happened to give the fucking kite to the wrong placa and bang, bid, boop, boop, boop. Quietly as it's kept, he got stretched up out of there. He was gone. And I called my jefita that night and had a good old phone call. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it went. That's just another instance of jailhouse snitching. Now, do I condone snitching? Period. I know people say, well, people do it, gun. I don't give a fuck what other people do, man. I'm talking about what I do. Okay, what I do. Okay, that's not me. Okay, and I'm not thinking I'm better than anyone else. I'm not saying I have a better mentality or I'm smarter or I'm harder or that makes me a gangster. None of that shit. None of that shit counts, man. I just know that I never have. Okay? I've never been put in that situation. I never have. I'm not going to go out of my way to fake a heart attack, to tell the placas fucking one thing or another. Hey, they're cops. We're robbers. They have a job to do. We have a way to get over. That's what it is, man. That's that convict mentality. That's that prison mentality. Now, does it make me a good guy? Because, oh, Gunner, you don't snitch. That must mean you're a G. Nah, none of that. I'm a man. Okay? And I've been taught as a little boy, don't tell. I remember when my brother used to say, hey, mom's going to sleep. I want to take the last burrito out of the refrigerator. You know what I mean? What I say? You better know I'm going to tell on you. No, I didn't say none of that. I said, let me get a micha. Let me get half, right? Fuck it, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Ponle. And then that was it. That was our mentality. We rode together. We're going to ride together. We're going to die together. Period. Mom's going to whip our ass together. More than likely, it's what happened. But when people take it upon themselves to write these kites, to go out of their way, and that's the problem that's happening nowadays, is people are getting involved in fucking business that doesn't even involve them. Vatos got it going on down the tira. They're doing their own thing. That's their programa, homes. You don't get involved in what they got going on. You can be envious a little bit over here, jealous. Fuck, man, I wish I had a phone like that too. But at the end of the day, that's not your concern, homes. It's not your business. But these vatos are like, fuck it, player hating. And it was on this date. What is it, the 14th? Yeah, the wind's going that way. Yeah, it was that day. Yeah, and I seen it. Yeah, I think the 6 is stuck because he kept pressing it. Yeah. No, yeah. No, but if I listened real good, it said Verizon. You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. Now, verga, homes, you don't get down like that. Mind your own fucking business. Stop being nosy. Stop worrying about the next man. And you'll find yourself not caught up. Because let me tell you what happens to prison snitches. It says it right there on the thumbnail. They get stitches. Right? Prison snitches get prison stitches. And more than likely, man, they get pegado happens to them. And they get flown out and never to return. Hopefully. That's what happens. But it's becoming commonplace. You know, that's why I wanted to touch on the situation. It's becoming commonplace nowadays. And I've seen it with my own 2 eyes or 4 eyes. Bang, bang. You know, I've seen it and I just don't condone it. You know, like I said, I've never been put in that situation, man. You know, there's a lot of people that are looking at life, looking at all day, and they tell because they feel that it's what's necessary for their safety or for what they got going on in life. And that's on them, man. They'll live with that and they have their reasoning behind that and they're transparent with that. And it's all good in the hood. That's them, man. I'm just saying, as far as where I'm talking about people going in prison and telling for no other reason than just to do it. Hey, officer. Hey, officer. You see that guy over there? Yeah, I think he took an extra hamburger from the dinner. But I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? Check this out, bitch. This ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way, bro. Let him have it his and you have it yours. And keep it pushing, fucking Burger King. That's just the way it is. Anyways, man, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, man, just stick to your grind. Stick to yourself. Worry about your own business. Worry about your familia, man. Worry about the raza coming together as one, man, and prevailing and prospering, because that's all we have is each other. At the end of the day, the gun is back. You know what it is. Bang, bang. And in that fashion, menudo. Bang, bang.